she might throw up. Because she started, but her voice cracked. Because you didn't want to know. Because I was 17 and scared in you. She stopped. You what? I asked, staring at her. Victoria leaned forward. We're here because we love our grandson, and we want to be part of his life. We want to help. We want to provide for him. You don't even know him, Emma said, her voice hard now. Protective. Not yet, Charles said. But we'd like to. Lucas was confused. Mommy, who are these people? And that's when I saw it. Lucas looked at Charles. And Charles looked at Lucas. And they had the exact same eyes. The exact same nose. The exact same everything. I suddenly understood that there was something much bigger going on here. Who's the father? I asked Emma quietly. She was crying now, silent tears running down her face. It doesn't matter, she whispered. But it did matter. It mattered so much. His name is Robert, Victoria said. Robert Hartwell III. He's our son. I stared at her. Robert was 23 when he met Emma, Charles continued. They had a relationship. It was brief, but it mattered. Where is he? I asked. Victoria and Charles exchanged a look. He's in London, Victoria said. He's been living abroad for the past 5 years. He's married now. He has a family. The words hit me like a punch. Does he know? I asked, looking at Emma. She shook her head. He doesn't know about Lucas. Why not? I stood up. Why wouldn't you tell him? Because Emma's voice broke. Because when I told him I was pregnant, he told me I needed to handle it. He said he couldn't have a child. His family couldn't have a scandal. My blood turned to ice. He's a Hartwell, Charles said quietly. Our family has certain expectations, certain standards. Robert was supposed to marry a woman from an appropriate background. A child out of wedlock would have complicated things. I looked at Charles with absolute disgust. So, you're telling me that your son impregnated this girl, abandoned her, and his only solution was to pretend it never happened? That's not what Victoria started. And our parents, I said, turning to Emma, they knew. They knew who the father was, and they still kicked you out. Emma was shaking her head. No, they didn't know. I never told them. I couldn't. Because I knew they'd contact the Hartwells, and I knew the Hartwells would make me go away. And I didn't want that. So you sacrificed everything, I said. You let them think you were a slut instead of telling them the truth. Because the truth was worse, Emma said. Because the truth was that I loved someone who didn't love me enough to own up to his own son. Charles cleared his throat. That was a long time ago. Robert has grown. He's successful. He's happy. But we, Victoria and I, we've been thinking about Lucas. And we want to provide for him. We want him to have the best education, the best opportunities. I finally understood why they were really here. You want to buy him? I said. That's not. Victoria started. Yes, it is, I said. You want to buy my nephew so nobody knows that your precious Robert made a mistake. You want to give him money and opportunities so you can feel like you're not abandoning him, when that's exactly what you're doing. We want to be a part of his life, Charles said firmly. Emma stood up. You want to be a part of his life on your terms, with your money, with your conditions, so that when he grows up, he'll be a Hartwell, not my son. He is a Hartwell, Victoria said. Whether you like it or not, he's our grandson. No, Emma said, her voice steady now. He's my son.